Welcome everybody to the new you fasting challenge. We're going to be doing 77 days locked in using the rolling method of fasting, doing rolling 72s, doing 5 and 2s, 7 days straight, and then reversing it, right? So what I want to do is I want to briefly, let me see, should I go ahead and start with the assessments or should I go through the fast? Let's go through some elements of the fast real quick here. So I sent y'all an email, all right? All of y'all should have got it. I just sent it. And what that email has is it has a PDF with this fasting guide. All right, if you see any errors, anything like that too, just let me know, okay? All right. Y'all can see my screen. I'm super proud of everybody and happy that y'all are coming on, y'all. This one is special to me because, you know, this is the 7th year of my wellness journey since I was 300 pounds. And this will be the last fast for the journey. And we've been rocking, you know, for each other with like 20 months now, you know. So this is kind of beautiful because we've done a lot of fasting together. So, all right, here's the fasting guide. You can look through this. All right, I'm gonna just go over quick the overview here. We have fasting facts, the spiritual benefits, the physical benefits, how to fast with intention, moon phases, which is something that I implement. If you believe in astrology or not, it's just a way that you can be able to sync up in a rhythmic pattern of setting intentions and then looking for manifestations and making revisions to those intentions, okay, with the new moon. So tomorrow, the start of the fast is the new moon. That's on purpose, all right? And we're ending it, well, actually the pinnacle of it, I'll show you what I mean by pinnacle, but right in the middle of the 7-day portion will be the fall equinox, okay? And then the ending of the fast is going to be around a full moon. So the fast is linked up with the seasons here on the earth and with the celestial realm, all right? So all this is very, very intentional, each one of these steps. There's a portion on meditation, staying accountable, removing distractions, all right? Oh, now y'all can see. I'm sorry, y'all couldn't see. All right. So this is all like this is all great information. Because you all should have had this email. If you didn't get this email, I want y'all to, didn't get this overview, the fasting guide, then just let me know, write in the chat or whatever, and I can make sure that you get it. Okay. All right. So I'm going past this really, really quick because I want to hit a few portions that are really important to get. Okay. Pre-fasting. All right. Pre-fasting. This is what causes people to be successful or not successful in fast. All right. If you have any questions, just raise your hands. Okay. If y'all know how to raise your hands digitally. All right. Or write it in the chat. So, okay. You didn't get the email. All right. I'll make sure that you get that. All right. My little marker has disappeared here. There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened to my cursor. My cursor has disappeared. And there it is. All right. Bring this back. All right, so does anybody on here going to be doing dry fasting or water fasting? Okay. Well, for those that may be on who watching the recording, if you're going to be doing dry or water fasting, that's the advanced level. The way to get ready for that, all right, is going to be actually the way to get ready for that and to get ready for, let's see how I put it in here, and juice fasting. I should have juice fasting on here. I'm going to make that correction. Is going to be that you're going to start with intermittent, okay? Now, this is for if you're not already eating healthy. If you already do intermittent fasting, if you already eat a whole foods, plant-based diet, if you're already raw, if you're already not eating processed foods, not eating sugar, not eating flour, not eating that, then you can skip these steps because these are things you already don't do, right? So you could skip day 1, 2, 3, and just come in on 4 or 5, all right? Or just go right into fasting tomorrow, okay? Especially if you regularly fast, like we do at the journey, you could just go right into fasting tomorrow. You can skip this pre-fasting step. But for those, and if you're a regular faster, but for those that have been, you've been off, been eating toxic food, that's what I call it, called toxic food, poisonous food, because that's what it is, then you're gonna wanna do this first so you can get rid of all those cravings. And so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna do an intermittent fast, all right? Tomorrow, you're gonna eat regular, but you're just gonna do 16 to 8-hour eating window. Remember, this is for dry fasting people, water fasting people, and juice people. Then you're gonna do, you're gonna do the same intermittent fast, but you're gonna cut sugar, processed food, flour, meat, dairy, caffeine. Then you're gonna go, the next time you're gonna decrease down to a 20-hour to 4-hour fasting window. You're gonna cut all grains and all starches, corn, rice, bread, wheat, potatoes. Then you're gonna go to 1 meal a day, and you're also cutting all cooked bean, peas, nuts, right? All that got to go. Then you're gonna be eating just raw fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds with 1 meal a day on day 5. Day 6, 1 meal a day again, just raw fruits and vegetables. And then day 7, raw fruit. And what this does is it gets your body used to not having a lot of food in it. So the digestive system already slows down. You're able to get over any addictive habits that you've had, okay? Because this is a higher level of fasting. So this is expert level. I've called it what I call it advanced level and intermediate level. You should already be at a certain level of health if you're coming in at either intermediate or advanced. All right. So if you have serious addictions to this stuff, you should not be coming in on juice or water or dry fasting. You need to come in on raw so we can work at getting those toxins out of the system. Okay. So I hope that this is clear. Deneen.
Josh, I just wanted to ask for day 4, you said cut all cooked beans, peas, nuts, and seeds. But on day 5, we can have nuts and seeds.
Yep, because they're raw.
Oh, all cooked. Okay. I got it.
Right, yeah. And this is just for juice, water, dry, right? Just if you're doing juice, water, dry, if you fasted and you haven't been eating healthy. So this is like this right here is for someone who has fasted, was eating healthy, was doing all that, and they were just off for a few weeks or something like that, or off for a couple months. And they need to kick their body back in it, but their body remembers them fasting and all that kind of stuff. That's really what this one is for. All right, y'all. Day 7. And this stuff is on my, I think I just put a post up on my website too that has a lot of this information. So you got it in an email and you can look on my website. So this is for if you're going raw, okay? So here's people, let's say, again, locate where you are on this list, all right? If you're starting at the beginning phase, just locate where you are. So if you are, say, well, Josh, I don't eat caffeine, sugar, soda, fried foods, alcohol. I don't eat, day 2 foods. I don't eat day 3. Then start at day 4, okay? Because as soon as you finish this detox, you can jump into the fast, all right? You're gonna jump in wherever we are at that time. Don't start from day 1. Wherever we are, I want you to get in, okay? So day 1, you're getting rid of all the addictive stuff. Now there's a reason why, y'all, and that's because you're gonna go through withdrawals off of this stuff. Almost everything on this list from day 1 to day 5 is gonna causes different addictions. So we want to get rid of the addictions early. It takes 3 days to get over that chemical, okay? Now, yeah, it takes a little bit more with psychologically and getting and changing the gut biome and a lot of other things. But the strong stuff that hits you, that usually gets people to quit things like this fast, happen within the first 3 days. So we're gonna, I want you to keep on eating some things that you're regularly eating while you're kicking the hardest things. That's why caffeine got to go, sugar got to go, fried foods. All right, so you're gonna deal with those in alcohol. And if you're an alcoholic, then really you need to go either to a rehab center or you need to wean off of alcohol. If you're an alcoholic, mean you drink a whole lot, do not go cold turkey alcohol because it can damage your body and it can kill you. All right, I don't know if y'all knew that. Heroin doesn't do that. Crack cocaine don't do that, but alcohol does that. All right, this is pretty self-explanatory. Each day builds upon itself. So you're not gonna go on day 3, you ain't gonna go back to no sugar, okay? It's done, all right? And you just go through the list and you allow the body, and while we're doing this, while you're eliminating these foods, right, you're allowing the body to rest more and more because it don't have to process this stuff, okay? And so by the time that you're at day 7, you're primed and ready to go raw, all right? So these are for our raw fasters. Any questions about either one of these pre-fasting forms? All right, great. Now I will tell y'all, this spells success. Pre-fasting is so key. That was something that was huge with me. If you do the pre-fast, you're gonna have a lot more success. So wherever you are, no judgment, just get in where you fit in and make it happen. All right, other things you can do, schedule a meeting with me. All right, I got a scheduling link on my website. We have weekly coaching sessions at Sunday at 8. We're gonna keep those going on. If it's a fuel day or if it's a fasting day, I'm gonna keep those going. All right. Again, look, that's twice because we used to have the monthly schedules, which was different, right? And in the Telegram group chat, for people that are new, just download Telegram and send me a message and I will add you to our group. It's about 29, 30 people that's in that group now that have been a part of some of our, like our 21-day challenge, some other things that we've done. And people that are part of the journey group are in that group, all right? So you can be active there, look at what people are talking about, keeps us connected. All right, types of fast. You got water, you got raw, you got juice, you have intermittent, and you have dry fasting, all right? Dry fasting is the most powerful method of fasting that there is. Inside the body, there's this water that's deep in the system. And when you dry fast, the body can access that water and it'll start to heal and cause autophagy, which is consuming things that are in the cells that are no longer working properly, cancer cells, loose skin. It's an amazing process. I think it was the 2016 or 2017 Nobel Peace Prize winner actually did his research on fasting and autophagy, all right? You're gonna see autophagy happen in dry fasting and in water fasting, all right? You have to turn off the digestive system for that to happen. That happens dry in water. Juice, the digestive system is at rest, but it's not all the way turned off because the body still has to digest the juice, okay? You can see your body go into ketosis with the juice fast, all right? But not the level of water and dry. Now, some people say, okay, great, I'll dry fast. If you have been eating processed food, sugar, flour, toxic food, toxic vegan food, all that Beyond Meat, Impossible Whoppers, all these vegan choices we have now, Oreos are vegan, all that stuff, right, has put toxins in your system. And what happens when you dry fast is all those toxins rush into your bloodstream. And it will cause you to have a lot of ill feelings and can cause you to become sick. So I don't suggest that. What I suggest doing is going raw. If you know you've been living that lifestyle, going raw. And during this fast, what can happen is while you're raw for that those first 28 days, I should say, you'll be able to flush out a lot of the toxins in the system. If you buy herbs from me or I could tell you how to make the herbs yourself, you get the herbs into the system that will help to flush this stuff out. Then you can move on to juice. Then after you do juice for a while, you can move on to water, right? You see, there's a progression to this, y'all. All right. Okay. Now, raw is awesome because the raw fruits and vegetables have enzymes in them, alive enzymes. So the life in that food is going to give life to your body, literally. Okay. The live enzymes helps you to break down the food. So you're going to see a boost of energy. You're going to feel a whole lot better, and the body's going to start to cleanse itself. Juice is really a raw form of food that you just drink instead of eat. It's pretty simple. All right. And the body is mostly made up of water. What I suggest if you're water fasting is you drink a high quality spring water, or you take a high quality spring water is an artisan water like Fiji and all that. I go to springs and get mine. If you're in the Baltimore area, I can tell you how to go where you can go to a spring and get water for free. If you don't have like good spring water available, if it's too expensive, you can get distilled water, put this distilled water in a glass jar and sit it in the sun for about 12 hours, 24 hours. You can also put a crystal in it. A good crystal to put in it is rose quartz. Another good crystal is amethyst. And the water has crystalline structures in it. And the vibration of those crystals will help to form the crystals of that water. The sunlight will help the water return to its natural state. All right. Anybody who think I'm crazy for talking about crystals and water, what's a snowflake? Moving on. Okay. So you can go through this document and you're going to see where I break down the different fasts here, give you some more information. All right. Symptoms. Y'all want to hit this. This happens when you fast: mood swings, different pooping habits, strong body odor, swollen lymph nodes, gas and bloating, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, fatigue, excess mucus, diarrhea, headaches, fainting. For women, menstrual cycles can change. All right. I have gone through all of these things except the menstrual cycle changing. All right. Not a problem. And that's something I deal with. But all the rest of this stuff I have felt. I have passed out. Okay. For standing up too fast. You see, fainting is here. All right. If any of these symptoms persist, you need to contact a medical professional. If you want to contact a holistic medical professional, I have someone who you can call. They don't take insurance. You have to pay for it straight up, or contact your primary care. And please let me know as well. Okay. If you have something that is persistent and is really bothering you. Okay. But this is just the process of the body healing itself. Healing, y'all, is not pretty. Okay? It's not comfortable. It's not pretty. And we need to go into this knowing that. All right? I want y'all to imagine this next 2.5 months as going into a long, long playoff in the championship. When LeBron James, Steph Curry, Giannis, when they know that they're about to go into a playoff season in a championship, they know it's not going to be pretty. Okay? Their mind is not set on, oh, I need to make this comfortable and good. No. They're going in there knowing they're going to probably end up injured. They know they're going to go in there knowing that they're going to feel some pain. They know they're going to be uncomfortable. They know but that they're going to have to push themselves towards success. Healing is the exact same way. It's the exact same way. And that's emotionally, spiritually, and physically. All right. So I put these things here. So when it happens, you say, oh yeah, that's one of those symptoms. Wonderful. I'm healing. All right. I'm healing. But because of these things, you want to take it easy. All right. You want to take it easy. And everyone will get tempted. You will get tempted to not take it easy. You have to make the choice to not get into those arguments, because I done went off on people and stuff when I'm fasting. Like I say, because your emotions and moods gonna be all over the place. But that's why we're gonna get into the meditation part. All right. Any questions on these symptoms? Okay. Now, if anybody is diabetic or you have some kind of medical issue and stuff, you need to check with your primary care doctor. I'm always going to say that. But please let me know, okay? Because there's some things we can do to help you specifically, all right? So if you have any like serious medical things, please let them know. But please also let me know because there's a lot of solutions to these things.
Wait, I have a question.
Sure.
How long do the detox symptoms last for, or can they last?
They can last for as long. It really is up to your body and what's going on with your body. So, for example, I did a 40-day water fast. The first 30 days was pretty cool. The last 10 was treacherous. I've done other fasts where I'll be feeling great in the middle of it, and then something crazy happened. I feel terrible, then I feel great again. It's just whatever process the body is going through. So some people have an excess buildup of mucus in their head. Some people got in their lungs. Some people have in their kidneys. Some people have colons that are impacted. So because we have so many different issues, and people's bodies are going to handle those issues in different ways, yeah, they can last. I can tell you that most of the time, the hunger stuff is the first 3 days. After that, it's up to your body.
Okay.
Some of y'all gonna have insomnia, and some folks gonna have tons of energy. Some people gonna be fatigued. It's wild what happens. Some people gonna be sleeping better than they ever slept before. Okay. All right. So y'all can go over here to some more important safety information. You know, now raw people, you probably not gonna have these issues. Okay, if you're just doing raw. Juice, water, and dry people, you need to really pay attention to this because you're more likely to pass out because your blood pressure is going to change because the sodium in your body is not going to be there. The carbs in your body is not going to be there. So your body's not going to be holding as much water. That's why you need to get up slow and take deep breaths because you literally don't have as much fluid in your system. All right. Breaking the fast. This is also extremely important. And this actually can really get extended, like double what I wrote here to really be safe. But breaking the fast is not jumping into a bunch of toxic food. You will harm yourself. Last fast we did, I told folks about this. I said, and I've got real strong about it, said, don't do it. I said, you will hurt yourself. You'll jack up your digestive system. And that's exactly what we had a couple people do. They jacked their digestive system up. And I said, I told y'all not to do that. And they're like, what do I do? I said, follow directions, because now we're trying to fix something that, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why, especially with the length that we're going, your body is gonna be so cleansed in 2.5 months that it's going to be more open to anything you put in it. So you're going to be able to put this wonderful, fresh food in it, and it's going to be able to absorb that and get the best out of it. But at the same time, if you were to put toxic food in your body, it's going to be able to absorb that food at a deeper level, y'all. You see that? The body is so smart. Your body is so intelligent that it actually has blocked itself from absorbing the toxins that we've been putting in it. So once we clean it out, now it's open to be able to get that stuff in a deeper level. So really, this is a choice to say, I'm in it. I'm changing my lifestyle, right? I know some of us, we deal with this food addiction. You can come out of this and not be addicted. But it's a choice to say, do you want health or do you want red velvet cake? Do you want wellness or do you want chicken wings? Do you want to be a healthy old person or do you want to hang out at the bar with your friends and all of y'all get sick together? Real talk. I want life. I want to be like Dr. Aris Latham or Chef Babette. I know you've seen Chef Babette with the abs, 70-some years old, thirst trapping on Instagram. Dr. Aris Latham running on the beach, right, climbing up coconut trees at 70 years old, taking off his shirt, throw it at the girl. She out of breath, the young girl. He threw his shirt at her and jumped in the ocean. I want to do that. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up myself in my mind to say, how does that person live? That person ain't eating red velvet cake, drinking liquor at the bar, and having chicken wings. When people say, well, that's balance. And that's not balance, that's poison. That's poison. It ain't balance. This society is so screwed up, they don't know what balance is. They think putting, that's like saying, yeah, I'm balanced. I smoke this crack cocaine. They say, no, you're a drug addict. Facts. What's the difference between the food that's 8 times more addictive than cocaine? Y'all feel me? So this whole idea says, oh yeah, this is balance. It kills our gains, right? Let me get off that. So thinking about how you want to break it, and we'll work on that mind of having a target, right? And then that's moving forward. Okay, now I want to move into this. Starting tomorrow, going to October the 12th, y'all. Yo, this is going to be so powerful. Y'all are going to, look, I can't wait to hear the testimonies from y'all on this. Now, to start this off, what I want y'all to do right now, if y'all have your journals or your phone, you can take notes. I want you to right now envision, right now in your mind, close your eyes. And I want you to envision what it's going to look like October 12th. What are you going to look like? How are you going to feel? I want you to feel that feeling. Use your imagination. Not just your words. I want you to use your actual, I want you to see it in your mind's eye. Feel that feeling. I feel accomplished. I feel leaner. I feel stronger. I feel flexible. I feel clear. My mind is clear. Thoughts are clear. Confident. I know who I am. I feel spiritually enlightened and lifted up. Think about a moment when you were touching that, when you had that in your life. Think about that moment and remember that feeling and feel that feeling again. Remember that feeling. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Keep visualizing it. Let any resistance go. All right, y'all feel that? Do y'all feel that?
Yes, yes.
You literally, using the power of your mind, just put your nervous system, your body, you just put it in a particular state. You practiced the state of success, of accomplishment. You practice the state of wellness. Practicing the state of wellness is how you become well. It's not thinking about all the failures and all the mess ups, all the things and all the data. Yeah, we think about those things to make our adjustments. Okay. But it's when you practice that. And this is what we do through meditation. This is what we do through affirmations. This is what we do through the spiritual arts. Is we practice the state. You just did it. You put your body and your mind in another state. And it may have been difficult for some of y'all. It takes practice. And you can find this state, you can put yourself there. And guess what? As you practice that state over and over again, you're going to be able to go right into that state. And as you're in that state, the way your brain works is your mind, you're visualizing a certain form you want your body in, you're visualizing. Your subconscious does not delineate between what your eye sees and what your mind visualizes. So your subconscious thinks that you're that size. And if you say to yourself, yeah, I'm seeing myself pass up on certain things. I'm seeing myself as a strong person. Guess what? You begin to pass up on things and start being that strong person because your subconscious mind in the background is running a program now. It's running a new program. And the program is not a failure. The program is not obese. The program is not sick. The program is well. The program is is the body weight, that your indigenous state is what I call it. And it's a beautiful process. So here we already talked about the three, right? Y'all can see my transformation that I undertook, okay? And I'm about to go under another one. So I ain't just talking stuff, right? I'm walking it. Here right now is the same thing I showed y'all before, but this is on my website. You can, if you want to look at on the website, if you know, All right, this part. And I throw some of these things in the group chat as well. New fasting challenge. New you fasting challenge. This is how we break it down. So you see, we start tomorrow. We start at the bottom of the left part of the pyramid. Let me get my annotation up. What has happened to my mouse has disappeared for some reason. Okay, never mind, because my mouse. Let me this is so weird. My mouse, my cursor is not on the screen. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me share this again. All right, I'm not gonna be able to annotate it, but you start at the bottom. We eat 3 days, we fast 1. We eat 3, we fast 1. We eat 3, we fast 1, right? We do that 7 times. This is just gonna get your body into the habit of it. It may be difficult, it may be tough. Focus and push through, because what's gonna happen is your brain waves and the neurons in your brain are gonna establish a new habit, and you're gonna forget the old habit. And the neurons are gonna, when you forget something, they disconnect. So that pathway of eating a toxic food is gonna disconnect. Now, when you go through your detox symptoms, y'all take notes. If y'all got journals and stuff, please write some of these are gems. I'm about to drop a gem. I'll tell y'all when I'm about to drop a gem. Here's the gem. When you're experiencing any detox symptoms, whatever they are, what I want you to do is I want you to mentally think and visualize an unhealthy food that you struggle with. Gummy bears, chips, fries, chicken box, whatever. Whatever that food is, I want you to visualize it. Maybe it's vegan food. Maybe you already eating pretty plant-based. You got to get rid of some vegan junk food or something. Maybe it's cooked food and you're going up to raw. Connect that bad feeling to that food. And it's a visualization. Deep, you breathe in deep. You breathe out. You let your body feel that bad feeling, and you visualize that food and you connect it. And what this does is it stores it in the limbic part of your brain, the emotional feeling part of the brain. And what happens is when you make that correlation, next time you see that food or you get triggered, your brain isn't going to go to, ooh, that tastes so good. Ooh, that makes us feel so good. Instead, the brain is going to go over to, ooh, that don't make us feel good. Ugh. You'll be disgusted by it. You won't want it. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I practice this. It works. And I'm surprised by it working every time it works. I'll be like, yo, I really don't want this stuff no more. All right. We go to 5-2. And this gives us an opportunity, if you're going to the 2 days to really hydrate the body. The days that you're eating is not to wild out, is not to eat a whole bunch of toxic food, right? It's really for us that's doing the dry water, stuff like that, because water will actually dehydrate the body. It can help to dehydrate it, all right? It's to get some good coconut water in, get some good watermelon in. For y'all that's doing cooked food, you know what's crazy and what's not, all right? And if you're dealing with some struggle and you struggling psychologically with something, you about to break on that day, then have it in its healthiest mode you can get it in, so you can come on back and hit that 3 days again. All right. Okay. Any questions on the way that the fasting thing breaks down? Oh yeah, go ahead, Deneen.
The only question I have is the first 7 days, as you outlined it, and then we start with the 3-day fast, and then we go up the ladder.
All right, what you're gonna do is, because remember, everybody's starting with that detox in different areas. What you're gonna do is whenever you come off, so like, for example, let's say you do the full 7 detox, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be 3-day fast, a 1-day fast, and then a 3-day fast. So you're gonna start, you would start on day 1, step 2. is where you would start. So your first day will be a fuel day. Okay. I'm gonna send out a calendar that will tell you what day is what that everybody is on. So I want everybody on the same schedule. The detox is different for everybody, but when you get into the actual this thing, you're gonna be on the same day as everybody else.
Well, I think that's still what I'm a little confused is. So everybody's not starting on tomorrow with day one.
No, because some people need to because tomorrow is day 3. It starts day 3 fasting. We start fasting tomorrow because it's read like you don't actually go, you go like day 3, day 1. Like it's not in the actual order that's it's in. It goes 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, like that.
But so that first slide you showed us, which is the 7-day the pre-fast.
Yeah. So the way it'll work is this, right? Because remember, like I'm saying, everybody starts that different. Some people are just gonna have to do 1 day of pre-fasting. Other people are doing no days of pre-fasting. So they can start immediately tomorrow. Everybody else who's have to do detoxing, you're gonna get in where you fit in, meaning, and that's why I had so many repetitions of the 3 and 1. So after the detox, like let's say you do a 6-day detox, right? Then you would start on day 6 of this right here. If you did 7-day, you would start you would start day 7, right? If you did a 7-day detox, you would start day 8. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. If you did a 3-day detox, you would start day 4. So whatever detox you do is going to subtract from this. Because everybody going to be fasting at the same time.
Okay.
And the reason why is I need those fuel days to be lined up for everybody, because some of those fuel days we're going to be doing group exercises. And so I don't want some people's fuel days being 1 day and some other people's fuel days being another day, because then you can't be a part of the group stuff, because I only want y'all doing certain exercises on fuel days.
So Joshua, so let's say I'm doing the 7-day pre-fast. And if we're looking at this triangle that you have, so when I finish my 7-day, I will be on the second set of 3-day fast, 1-day fuel.
You will be on, I actually said that let me see here. Yup. And what you would be doing, just think about it, right? So the first step would be a 3-day fast, and then they would fast 1 day, right? Then the next step, think about it like a foot stepping down. So the foot steps down, does 3-1. Then the foot steps down and it does 3, and that would be 7 days, right? 1, 3, 3, 1, and 3 is 7. So that means you would start with 1 day of fuel, and then you will move on to the next one. To make this simpler though, I'm gonna give y'all a calendar. And then you just got to look at the date on the calendar and you'll know what to do.
Okay.
That's the way easier way for me to explain is to do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I could try to explain all that, but the better way for me to do it is just like, boom, there goes the calendar. All right. All right. Any other questions about this? You can see when you get up to the top, it's 7 days straight of fasting. And then that actually reverses, right? Where you do 2 days of fuel and then a 5-day fast. I should actually make that adjustment on there.
Brother Josh, I got a question. For our fuel day, will that be 1 meal, or are we just say like I'm on a beginner's level with raw?
Yeah.
Will that be 1 meal like we would, or say like for instance, you said I could eat what is that? Watermelon. So would I just have 1 serving of?
On your field day, I'm gonna leave that up to y'all.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
Everybody have different goals. So some people know they feel they needs to be OMAD. Like some people don't know that. Other people, for them not eating 2 or 3 meals is gonna weigh on them real heavy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because their fasting might be, eating 3 meals raw. And so their body is used to eating those 3 meals. So I'm gonna let people decide that themselves.
Okay, I got you. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else on this? And sorry about that. I should have had that calendar up, but I'll send y'all guys well, actually, the calendar is going to be an invite, so you can put it on your phone. Is that cool with everybody? Does anybody need an actual physical calendar, like in a paper form? I mean, not paper, but document. Is everybody cool with it being sent to where it loads up to their phone or computer?
Yeah, because if you text it to us, we can just print it out, right?
Well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sending like a Google Calendar,
No, I'd rather have something I can.
a physical calendar, like a document. Okay, I'll make a
Yeah.
document
Mhm.
of it. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. All right. The next part is exercising. So walking an hour daily. All right. There's these fasting centers that are over in Europe. Can't remember where it was, Germany or Poland. And they do water fast and they do 2 hours of exercise, mandatory 2 hours of exercise every day. I used to not exercise when I fasted because I was told not to, but I found that it actually helps tremendously to exercise. But we're not talking about HIIT, high intensity training. We're not talking about lifting heavy weights and all of that. If you're not experienced faster, that's dangerous. Okay. You'll vomit, throw up, pass out. All right. But walking at a slow pace, if you feel, you're going to feel, sometimes you'll feel your heart rate go up. You just slow down and breathe in deep, slow down the pace, let your heart rate go back down, calm it down. But it's wonderful. One of the reasons why is because the body goes into fat burning mode, which is called ketosis, and those ketones are in the bloodstream, and burning off those ketones is really what you want to do because they can make you feel bad. Okay. Somebody read for me what's in the chat. I can't read it because my cursor's gone. If anybody can read the chat for me. Another thing we're gonna do is yoga, 10 minutes daily, okay? And that's it. And I'll give y'all some videos that you can follow with yoga. I'm doing like sun salutations every day. Just some you wanna, and this is about moving the body so that the energy systems of the body, the lymphatic system, the circulatory system, the endocrine system, the nervous system, and the energetic system, which we call the chakra system. All right. So all those things can move around, and they can have fluid motion through them. All right. And yoga allows us to do that. And so yoga is key. Okay, it's key. And in yoga, the breath is super important, doing yogic breath. And that deep breath causes oxygen to go into the cells. That oxygen connects to the mitochondria and the powerhouse of the cell. And then creates something called ATP, which is the energy your body runs on. We've all been taught that it's food that energizes the body. It is not food, it is oxygen. And yes, carbohydrates are used in that process, but any of us that have body fat on us, which all of us have, right? We can use the breath to activate these cells. There are people right now who do not eat food. There's a brother right now who's a breatharian, he's a solitarian. He has complete control of his body, his energy through different practices. But how can he do that? Through the breath. He's using his breath to activate these mitochondria and power his body with no food. The Hindu monks have been doing it for a long time. The Buddhist monks have been doing it for a long time. Some people think the story of Jesus in the Bible not eating 40 days, 40 nights, that's a miracle. There's a lot of people who have done that. Way longer, months and months and months, nothing. Not even water. Okay. This yogic practice is key to being able to tap into that. All right. So we're going to use it in this fast, and it was not that intense. I want to explain those intense stories so you can understand the power of yoga and why to do it. Okay. All right. Can somebody read the chat for me? I can't click it because my cursor is gone.
Yeah, sorry. So in the chat, we were just saying bye to Dewan.
Oh, okay. I know, but the one probably had to go to work. Okay, cool. Last part, weight training. On those fuel days, for those that are going to be eating, especially, and those experienced fasters, right? When it comes to dry water and that kind of thing, especially if you're going to be now, if you experience faster, you could do some weight training. All right. I would say you want to stick to body weight, right? Or lighter weights. The 7 functional movements, awesome. You know, I have some YouTube videos on how to do those, and using that 5x5 method is great, you know, but you don't want to overdo it. But getting those functional movements in on the fuel days will be awesome. If you're doing raw, you're doing cooked food and stuff, you can get in heavy lifts and stuff. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. You want to get in heavy lifts. All right. Now, this is the knowledge of self part. Every 2 weeks, there's a different assessment that you're going to do. This is for you to learn about yourself. Okay. So you see, week 1 is a physical eval, a psych eval, and ACE. All right. Week 2 is an emotional intelligence 2.0 test. I would like for y'all to purchase that book. I think you can get it on Amazon for like $13. The e-version of it. You can take an emotional intelligence test online for free, but the best test that I found is you have to buy that book and they give you a code to take the test online. So I'm gonna just tell y'all the best stuff to do, but you can take an emotional intelligence test online for free if you want to do that. All right, week 5 is eco mapping and Big 5. Big 5 is a personality test. Eco mapping is a way of mapping out your social relationships. Week 7, we're going to get into the metaphysical with numeroscope and with birth chart to run both of those to see where your placements are. Right, those have been huge for me in understanding who I am. Week 9 is in numerology. 9 is a divine number, and we're going to be getting into shadow work, which is really from Carl Jung and some psychology to really get into the deep elements of parts of us that are repressed. People may call their demons, whatever they want to call them, but these repressed parts of energy in us for us to face them and integrate that energy back into us in a more healed way. Ifa divination. I talked to my Baba's Baba, who I just had Ifa divination with. This is an African spiritual technology. That really all technology that we're using right now comes from this. This is where it originates from. It's from Ifa divination. It's 8,000 years old. He can offer that. I asked him what he offered to different members of the group who want it done, and he said yes. Okay. And so if you want that done, if you want to get a reading done, he will, and I can talk to y'all more about that another time about what that kind of process is. It's been a wonderful process for me. Last one that I had, I mean, he doesn't know anything about me. He didn't know anything about me. He just told me exactly what was going on in my life and what steps I need to take and what to look out for and all that, right? And then a group reading, if I have enough people that are interested, I was going to contact my friend Coco, who is an amazing intuitive, and she can give a group reading, which she'll give like a reading over the group, and then she could do like some individual readings in that too. And I'd have to work out a price with her and have enough people that'd be willing to pay for us to do that. Okay. Yeah, so that's for week 9. And then week 11 is again what we doing what we did in week 1, one of the elements, and what we did in week 3. So you're going to do the physical eval and emotional intelligence test again, just to see how you progress physically and how you progress emotionally. The amazing thing about emotional intelligence is, unlike IQ, you're not born with it. It's something that you can develop. And the more you have of emotional intelligence, they did the studies on this, pay raise increases, positions in companies increase with having more intelligence. It's a direct correlation, right? So you gain more emotional intelligence, you do better in life. You just do, okay? Because you know how to interact with each other. You know who you are, what your strengths and weaknesses are, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills. is what emotional intelligence is. And did that book, the whole point of that book is to get your number up. All right. So it's one of the reasons I picked it. All right. Okay. Meditation. This is what I'm going to be practicing. Okay. And I'm actually going to probably increase mine in the middle of the fast to 7. If you're new to meditation, I would like you to pick one of these, right? If you want to say, oh, I want to try all 4, go ahead. But if you're new, just pick one, right? If you've been meditating 2, add a 3rd one. If you've been meditating 3, add a 4th one. All right. But these are some different ones and some different things to do during those meditations. All right. A mantra is an affirmation, simple. You're going to go and you're going to type in positive affirmations in your Google search, and you're going to pick a list that you like, and you're going to read that list to yourself. I will send you positive affirmations on the phone on refuel days and maybe on some fasting days. And you can use that affirmation and just repeat that thing over to yourself over and over and over again, the thing that you want. Grounding is simple. You take your shoes off and you put your bare feet on the ground. It can even be on concrete. It's better when it's on grass, but you just put your feet on the ground. All right, that's it. Sunset meditation is a great one to do a guided meditation. I will send you some links of some guided meditations. I like to follow Moji, but you may find somebody else that you like. Bedtime meditation is key. And this is the time to do another, what we call auto suggestion. And this is where you're going to put a certain thought in your mind that you want to focus on in your dreams. It's called dream work. So right before you go to bed, repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over to yourself. All right. Some people even can wear headphones that are saying things that, right, because it'll go right into your subconscious. All right. Then you go right to bed, and because this is the last thing your brain heard, that's what your brain is going to focus on as you sleep. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Y'all is bearing with me. Now, who didn't get the email?
I think I'm gonna need to get the email, Brother Josh.
Okay, write your email in the
Let me text it to you.
write it
I
in.
put it in the gram.
Yeah, you can put it in the ground.
All right.
Well, this is Denise.
Yep, right. Yeah, send me yours too, because I thought I had yours.
I still need to send you mine. This is Lynn.
Okay, yeah, send me y'all emails so I can get y'all these. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in the chat right now. Actually, I'll do y'all a favor here. I'll bring up my screen. And y'all can just see it. All right. Did I send this to y'all from my work site? No, I didn't. Good. I see a whole bunch of work emails over here. Okay, so y'all see I got my website here, and you see here there's a psych eval, right? This take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. All right. I would suggest doing it tonight. All right, it's not gonna take that long. Okay. It's gonna tell you some things about yourself. All right. Then you have the ACE exam here. Okay. This is adverse childhood experiences. Okay. This can be triggering. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all, both of these can be triggering. We want it to be triggering. Why? We want them triggers up. We gonna pull it out now. While you detoxing your system, while you detoxing your body. We ain't running from nothing. I told y'all, this is the playoffs. We going towards the championship. We ain't scared. Because what are we scared about? It's us. Y'all feel me? It's us. It's our life. It's our experience. And we know, say, Brother Josh, that was painful, that was hurtful, that hurt, that was this. Right, I understand. And it's okay to be afraid, but I got this little thing that I say to myself, and that's, I ain't gonna be a slave to nothing. I ain't gonna be controlled by nothing or nobody except me. And I'm gonna be damned if I let my past control where I'm headed. You understand what I'm saying? So we have these, so we're gonna trigger ourselves on these things. And that's why you got that journal. And that's why I want y'all to also have in your mind, if some stuff comes up, that you may need some professional help. Okay. And if you need some professional help, or you like, I do need some, we're gonna find you a therapist, right? Start looking, unless you already have one. But there's ways you can get therapists, good therapists, to work through these things. Okay. All right. So this is important, y'all, because either we're gonna move forward or we not. And running away from things ain't no way to move forward. So we're gonna face it. We're gonna face it week one, day one. We getting after it. Tomorrow, have these things. Go ahead and start filling them out. All right. And next, you'll see a link that explains what an ACE score means. Okay. All right. And it'll break down for you. I'm going to show y'all this. Once I show it to you, you're going to kind of understand why I've put this here. A lot of us know that one of our issues with being healthy is addiction. It's food addiction. But we have to be more gracious on ourselves to understand that the reason why we're having a food addiction is because we experienced trauma in childhood. Look at this. So an ACE score, when you take that test, the ACE test is gonna give you a score. It's only like 10 questions. Right here, if you have a score of 4, 11% more chance to become an alcoholic. If you up in this area, it doesn't say it here, but it's above 4, you 4-fold increase to become an alcoholic. A ACE score of 4, suffering women, 42% chronic depression. Serious problem working, serious financial problems, chance of heart disease, having a stroke. And look at it when you up here above 4. 4-fold increase, triple, double, double, double. Okay. You can even see it here. This sister right here did a TED talk on how trauma affects a health across a lifetime. All right. And if you look over here, it tells this, explains, look, likelihood of chronic pulmonary lung disease, hepatitis, depression, suicide. Okay. So food addiction could be thrown on here as well. All right. Not being able to follow through on things could be thrown on here as well. Not being able to love and tap into feelings could be thrown on here as well. All right. Not moving forward in your career, being held back, self-sabotaging, be thrown on here as well. So that's one of the reasons why we want to jump into that. All right. Okay. Now, this last part on this email, any questions, any comments about that? Have y'all ever taken ACE before? Has anybody ever taken ACE?
No, this will be my first time.
Okay. Yeah, I've taken the test a few different times. Let me send this to somebody. I've taken the test a few different times for workshops that I was in, and it's not easy. We actually, a group of my colleagues, we came out of a workshop upset because they had us do the ACE, but they didn't have any therapeutic method after, right? And that's why I said, like, after that, you know, if you after that you feel like, man, I took the test, some triggered stuff, call me, text me. Okay, go talk to a friend, talk to a family member who you trust, talk to your therapist. But don't just sit on it, you know? And two, I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's a book that Dr. Doc wrote. Actually, talk therapy can help to a certain degree when it comes to trauma, but it doesn't heal it completely. You have to do some other therapies that actually tap into the physical body and into the visualization of the mind. This is why we have nightmares, trauma replaying in the mind that is visual, to do that. Dance, music hits another part of the brain than talking does. All these things can help to heal you. And so the psychologist is Dr. Dot, she did this work on it and everything. There's a book. I can get y'all the name of that book. I can't remember it off the hand. I don't know where I put it here. But it's fascinating stuff. Okay, so and that's one of the things about the journey and the stuff that I'm in is about healing modalities, things that work. So you may have went to some therapists and be like, yeah, I went to therapists for years and it didn't get to it. Yeah, it's not because it's not just in that part of your brain. It's another part of your brain. It's actually lodged in the parasympathetic nervous system of your body. Stuff get deep, y'all. Okay. I want to turn back to here. Physical. I'm gonna close it up. The physical portion, and then we ain't gonna stay on here that much longer. Okay, so you can see here we have this physical portion, right? Of see if I can get a full screen. Okay, where you're gonna see this YouTube video, which tells you how to measure your body. Okay, some white guys on there, but it's just a good video to do it. So you're gonna want to get like that tape, measuring tape that's like flexible that you would use for like somebody who's making clothes, or you get some string or anything that's long, a cord, a belt even, you wrap it around yourself and you measure yourself like that against a flat tape measure, like a construction tape measure, okay? Where there's a will, there's a way. But you want to get those measurements down and write them down, okay? The next part of this is a function is a functionality physical examination, all right? And I'm going to take y'all through that right now, okay? And I'll have this recording, but you can actually do it with me right now. Or you can look at the recording later, okay, to do this part. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna test flexibility. And then what you wanna do is you just wanna write down what you were able to do so you can see after you're done how far you came, okay? All right, so, let's see. What I'm gonna start with is we're gonna start with downward dog, okay? Which is simply, you come to your hands and your knees, okay? I'm sorry, I'm trying to, you're gonna come to your hands and your knees, like this. You come up onto your toes, all right? Let me move up something. Come up onto your toes like this, you press your hips back, right? Press your chest towards your thighs, straighten your legs, and try to have your heels touch the ground. Spread your fingers out wide. And here, what you want to do is pay attention to about how many inches your heels are off the ground, or if your heels can touch the ground, where you feel tightness, let your head go in between your arms. Are you even able to get into this pose? And just write down what you find from that. Okay, if you can't get into the pose, that's fine. You're just gonna write that down, okay? So that's the first one, is downward dog. The second one is, sorry, I'm trying to pull this up and see the screen at the same time. What's the second one say on there, y'all? Snake. Let me see. All right, snake, sesh 2, forward fold. I got it. So snake. Snake is, you'll start in plank, all right? You come down here, elbows in, hands at your shoulders, okay? Feet flat, pressing up, straight up, hands on the shoulders here, bending here, breathing in and out. Notice how far you are off the ground, how much you're bending. You stretch your arms all the way out, right? You're just gonna write that down in your journal for snake, right? I'm actually missing one pose that I should have put on here, I'm sorry. Another one will be child's pose. Each one of these is testing a different part of the body. You're gonna start up on, and this is called tabletop, right? Start on your hands and knees. You're gonna go backwards towards your feet, your toes touching, knees spread apart. Sit back, hands out in front of you, head to the mat. Child's pose. And just notice, you feel anything in your hips? Are your feet able to bend? Are you able to sit back or not? Okay? That's child's pose. Sesh 2, 1 and 2, the variations, and then forward fold. All right, so sesh pose, all right? This is sesh pose. You come up onto your knees, feet flat behind you, and you attempt to sit back, down, back straight, like this, hands here. That's variation 1. Variation 2 is coming here onto your toes, sitting back here. This is 2. Okay? That's a difficult pose to do. It looks simple, but it's difficult. All right? And just see if you can do it. You can. If you can't, you can't. Just write it down. Forward fold. So what we're going to do with forward fold is you stand up. Feet about shoulder width apart. Bring your hands up. And you can take it down. Now, something that I do is I make a slight curve in my lower back here so I can actually bend at my hip, right? You can put a slight bend in your knees and you come here. And the reason I'm putting a slight curve in my back is so I don't do this, all right? Instead, I want a little slight curve here so I'm actually moving at my hip. And you bend, and just notice where your arms hang, okay? All right? Just notice where they hang, how close you are, right? You can have, if you want your knees locked, you can lock them. Usually they say a slight bend in the knee, okay? Just see where your hands. Some people will be able to put their hands all the way on the ground, all right? I can put my hands on the ground if I cheat. So I'm working on not cheating so I can really actually stretch out my legs, all right? And the other one are 7 functional movements, okay? 7 functional movements are push, pull, actually, you know what? Let's do them. Push, pull. So you're here, and you push up. That's a push, right? Pull would be a pull-up, or would be something like this, a row, okay? So you got a weight like this. Put it out in front of you. That's a pull, right? The other ones are lunge, which works on your balance, okay? Because it's separating the body in 2 different halves. So the lunge. Another one is called the gait or the carry. It's very simple. These are functional movements that people would do every day. So I got a weight and I'm walking with a weight or with or some groceries or some water or a bag. You should be able to walk and carry things. So the carry or the gait. Then there is the twist, which is like throwing a football, a golf swing, or it can be just twisting the body, right? Just twisting the body. Seeing how far back you can reach, right? And twisting the body. Push, pull, lunge, gait, twist. The forward fold that we did is the hinge. And y'all, I'm forgetting one. What's the one I'm forgetting? Who remembers? Give y'all a test. Those that have been on a journey for a minute. Anybody know the other functional movements? Somebody knows it. And all lists aren't the same either. Sometimes they change up. They change it up. Anybody? It's really interesting because we've been in whatchamacallit. Let me see here. The world, these people got all the wrong. Okay, it's gonna come to me. There's some people that say multi. Oh, the other thing too, the hinge can be forward fold, but the hinge can also be deadlift. Okay, and so that's a good one to do on that refuel day. Is great for the for the butt. Okay, well, the other one that I used to teach a lot, even though it's a different one I'm thinking about, is core. Okay, and so what we do for core is we do these things called vacuums. All right, and on my YouTube site, all right, which I'll give you all that link. I have how to do vacuums. That is to help anybody who wants to have a stronger core. You want to be able to do any exercise better. Vacuums are going to help with that. All right. So I'm going to leave that link. I'm going to just leave a link to all the videos that are there. I have the 7 functional movements there and some of the stuff. Oh, y'all know what it was? Squats. How's somebody know squats? Look, y'all should know that. Okay, squats. All right. And the thing about squats is if you struggle with squats, like my hip is I'm getting my hip into alignment. All right. So it's hard for me to do them. So you can use a chair, right? Because that's the real motion is that, right? You can see I get kind of funny when I get close to the chair, and that's where my stuff is out of alignment I'm working on. And it's just standing up. The reason why we have those motions, these functional motions, I mean, it's just how we as human beings, you know, who we are. And here's one, a little extra one that helps. Because if you can do this, like your whole life, it's going to be really good. And that's getting up off of the ground without your hands, without your arms, right? So if you can get up like that, it speaks a lot to balance and other kinds of things. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Okay. I think I have one more on the physical one, and then we're going to be done, y'all. And that's this pose that my yoga instructor, she always changes the name of it because I don't know if she even made it up. It's called Life. And so what it is it's very, very, very simple. It's back. All right. Is you just take one step, 1 foot right in front. Let me make sure I can see my feet. Is 1 foot just right in front of the other, like this. Okay. Just like this. Then up top, you have your hands at heart center here. Okay. You look at something in front of you, not moving, and you close your eyes. All right. You find your inner center, and you'll be working all kind of stabilizer muscles and all kinds of things. But if you find your center, you'll just naturally just straight up balance yourself. All right. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. And those are that is the physical eval. Okay. So I want y'all to go through all of those motions, write down how you did in them, how you felt, and then back in the fall, we'll go back through them again and just see what improvements that you made You'll be able to see and check out what your measurements are. All right. And any questions on those motions? Or any questions on anything that I've shared thus far? Okay, awesome. All right, y'all. Well, I'll stay on here for a couple minutes. Anybody want to chat for a little while? I'm gonna stop this recording. So peace, everyone. Get ready to become a new you.